Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya. We are doing the sub-story menu, short story insert thingies here. So, we have done Takeo, and now we are going to do Kagura, and he only has 2 stories, so that should be just 1 episode. The Wisteria of True Love. You decide to buy a Wisteria charm for Kagura, but would Kagura believe something superstitious like a charm? It runs off the side. I can't read it when it's black in there. It drives me crazy. The Wisteria of True Love. After I finished helping my mother, I crept out of the house and jogged down the night alley. Even though it was night, there was a street that shone brighter than the stars. That street was Yoshiwara. There was a group of people outside the gates of Yoshiwara, which were lit up with fires. Even though the Sakura viewing season was over, the street stalls remained. Right up, right up. Come have a look. This is a very effective wisteria charm. This one's great for matchmaking, and it's been blessed at the shrine. Give one to a courtesan. A courtesan. Excuse me. Does that mean... I remembered something the other girls had told me and called out to the owner. Is this a charm from the shrine on the hill that has the wisteria trellis? That's right. It's a good luck charm for love from the wisteria shrine. I looked at the plump little goldfish-shaped pouch and pondered. Would Kagura, who was an intellectual, believe in something superstitious like this? Could you give me 2, please? I bought the love charms anyway, even though Kagura might not believe in that sort of stuff. Well, he might still appreciate the gesture. Kikuya was quieter than usual tonight. There were barely any customers there. Sorry I'm late, Misao. By the time Kagura got back to his room, it was already late. He said he'd been at some banquet. I've made you wait quite a while, haven't I? Takeo has a fever, so I had to go in his place. Takeo has a fever. Is he alright? It's just a cold that's been going around lately. But it spread around to the others at Yoshiwara. So Iroha's gone with everyone to the clinic. So that means Iroha's not here either today? When I had arrived at Kikuya, it was Kagero and not Iroha who had greeted me and shown me to Kagura's room. So the reason why it felt so quiet tonight was probably because there was a cold going around. You don't need to look so worried. Kagura spoke kindly, seeing me look down at the floor. The virus is airborne, so we thought we'd be careful. That's why they're at the clinic. It wouldn't do to spread it to our customers. Kagura sat down on a cushion as he explained this to me, sighing and shutting his eyes. You look pretty down yourself, Kagura. Do you have the cold too? No, I'm just tired because we're understaffed, and I've been filling in for everyone. I see. Please rest for a while then. Quietly, I rolled out the futon mattress for Kagura. Thank you for your kindness. I'll just lay down a little. I remembered the good luck charms in my pocket and felt a pang of regret. Maybe I should have just gone to the shrine myself and bought one for Kagura's health instead. Yes, please take a break. I'll just be leaving. I bowed my head politely at Kagura, then quietly made to leave the room. Why do you need to leave? Stay over like you usually do. But you're so tired. Kagura broke into a beautiful smile. It's all the more because I'm tired that I want you next to me. Is that selfish of me? Kagura's kind words gently caressed my heart. I felt so happy, but... Seeing my hesitation, Kagura quietly stepped towards me. A courtesan who entrusts his heart to just one girl and finds peace in her must be a fool. Kagura! But even so, tonight, I want to fall asleep next to you. Kagura gently but firmly wrapped his arm around my waist and pulled me towards his body, which was hard as steel. An intelligence that gave rise to an elegance wrapped his robust body in a giddy fragrance. If that's what you want, Kagura, I'll stay. Even if he was just pretending, that was fine. If Kagura said he wanted me to be with him, then I wanted to be there. I got into the futon and lay down beside him. Slowly, Kagura rolled over and loomed over me. "Your warmth is a wonderful remedy." Lightly, Kagura's sleek black hair fell onto my cheek. "When you touch me, I feel as though all my ailments go away," Kagura said, putting his lips softly to my forehead. There was a knot in my chest. "Misao, there's something special about you. With you, I feel like I could give you everything I have, even though I know that's not something I'm allowed to do, or that could ever happen." Kagura! If his words were true, I didn't care what happened next. "I want to know you. I want to know everything about you." Kagura started to roll up my skirt. "Oh, I think maybe we should just lay together." "True. I guess today has been hectic. I've been replacing Takeo and doing Iroha-san's work too. I'm pretty tired." Kagura's voice sounded more serious than usual. "Misao, that's why today I want you to treat me like a man and not as a courtesan." Treat him like a man? I was so surprised I almost choked. Kagura's long fingertips traced the edges of my collar, opening it up. "Kagura." "Do you not feel like it?" "No, it's fine, but Oh!" It was only a moment's confusion, but in that time I was already half undressed. Kagura!" Kagura didn't let me say anything more. He traced my cheek with his tongue. He then continued kissing my collarbone. It wasn't just Kagura's lips. His teeth, his tongue. My collarbone was moist, aroused. I was overwhelmed with a sweet kind of pain. I groaned without meaning to. My thoughts were everywhere. I used my hand to try and stop him, but Kagura had already undone my blouse entirely. His face approached my bulging chest. This was my first time. My mind was blank. I couldn't even say no. "I want to have you so badly right now. I want to have all of you." And so Kagura continued, exposing my bare skin. I had just shut my eyes tight when... "What's this?" Kagura spoke abruptly, confused. The wisteria charms had rolled out and fallen beside my pillow. "They're wisteria love charms." I spoke quietly, embarrassed. Kagura grunted. "There's a wisteria trellis at a shrine on the island that's famous for its divine matchmaking." "For things like being paired with a man from the mainland, or after his term of service, right?" "Yes, they say if you make a wish under the wisteria trellis, you'll be together forever." "I bet that story started because two wisterias grew and twisted around each other." Kagura muttered, looking at the two charms. "You don't really believe in this sort of thing, do you?" "No, I don't, but a lot of people's feelings have gone into these sort of stories and legends." "I knew it. I'm so stupid. I thought that if I bought you and me charms, we could be together." "You know me, Sal. Up until now, I've always thought wishes to be sort of silly." "Kagura!" "But if it's you who's doing the wishing, I'm sure it'll come true. I think that now." Kagura took a charm with one hand and tucked it away in the sleeve of his kimono. "Kagura, it's okay." "After what you said, I want to see this wisteria trellis with you now." But that was an impossible wish. Even though he knew this, Kagura still smiled at me happily. My chest hurt. I cursed my own thoughtlessness. Why would I get Kagura a wisteria charm when he couldn't leave Yoshiwara and see himself? What a thoughtless thing to do. "Kagura, I'm sorry." "Why are you apologizing?" "From now on, until your term of service ends, I'll think of you and go to the wisteria trellis." "Misao." For some reason, Kagura had a soft look on his face, as though he were relieved. "You're so sweet and innocent. It makes me want you even more." "Oh, my chest!" Kagura stroked my chest and kissed me with a loud smack. Kagura's kisses poured down my bare skin, landing in places I'd never been touched before. "Please, let me put on some underwear at least." If that's what you want, but I can make you feel things just like this, too. Through the thin cloth, I could feel Kagura's soft lips and his hard swordsman's fingers. And with the movement of his dripping wet tongue, on top of that, I cried out loudly, Don't touch! Every time I touch you, your body trembles. Kagura continued to arouse and excite me repeatedly. I felt like I was going crazy, and in the end I found myself letting go of my senses. Please get up. If you don't get up quickly, Iroha's going to be back. I opened my heavy eyelids at the sound of Kagero's strained voice. The room was still dark, and the candles were out, but I knew even then that Kagura was gone. Where's Kagura? A moment ago we sent a load of futons out of Yoshiwara to be restuffed. Kagura hid in that load. What? Quietly. Please, dress yourself quickly. Kagura is waiting for you by the wisteria trellis. Oh, this is crazy. I hurriedly dressed myself and ran outside at dawn, out through the gate that had just opened. Then, without a moment's hesitation, I headed towards the shrine on the hill by the sea. I ran up the stone steps as the morning sun broke through the darkness and lit up at the shrine. A light purple, splendid wisteria trellis spread out before me, just beyond the gates. Kagura! Kagura stood beneath the wisteria trellis. The purple of the wisteria brought out Kagura's strikingly mystifying beauty. Misao, you came. I ran towards Kagura and embraced him, holding him tight. Why are you crying? I'm just so happy. Let's make a vow beneath the wisteria. I will only love you, Misao. And I will only love you, Kagura. It doesn't have to be now. It can be in the very distant future. We will come here again, together, and promise our futures to one another. Under the wisterias famous for romantic unions, Kagura and I exchanged kisses and vows of love. The wisteria of true love. The end. And then we also have aphrodisiac incense. A foreign customer gives Kagero... Kagero? Not... Oh, well, I guess he gives it to Kagura, maybe. But when the two of you something... you start feeling hot. We don't get any extra pictures for him in either of his scenarios. That sucks. It's only been a month since Kagura-san and I got married. Oh, this one's actually after they get married. I was really busy from this morning. Last night he got a letter saying that one foreign customer would visit him today. I'm sorry, Misao. Oh, Kagura-san. Good morning. When I was sweeping the guest room, Kagura-san woke up and came into the room. You must be very busy to prepare everything on such short notice. No, I'm okay. I expect that a customer can visit at any time, so I've already prepared to a certain extent. I'll finish soon. You are really reliable. I'm proud to have a wife like you. Kagura-san. He came close to me and covered my cheeks with the palms of his hands. Then his gentle glance met mine. With his eyes closed, his beautiful face came close to mine. At the same time that our lips touched each other, I closed my eyes. From the area where our lips overlapped, his love went deep inside my body. After doing this for a while, Kagura-san separated his body from mine. I like the look of your face after we kiss, Misao. Kagura-san caressed my cheek while whispering to me in a sweet voice. You are very cute when your cheeks blushed, and your eyes become moist. Ah! He traced my lips with his finger, and my voice escaped from my mouth. After I did something like that, Kagura-san narrowed his eyes and smiled, then stared at me. It makes me want to do this again. He put his face close to mine again, but I grabbed his shoulder to stop him. Kagura-san, we can't do this in the morning. I heard that in the West, they have a custom of kissing for one's morning greeting. We should start doing this custom from today. He grabbed my chin and lifted my face up. He kissed me deeply and deeply. If you kissed me like this every morning, it would be a problem for me. My body became hot, and I didn't know what to do with myself.
Why?
Because I turned my head down and mumbled. He laughed above my head.
Don't worry, I won't do anything intense.
He whispered to me in a meaningful manner, and my face quickly became hot.
When you act like this, I want to take back what I just said. You are even cuter when your cheeks blush from my kiss and whispers.
Oh, Kagura-san, please stop making fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm just telling the truth.
I felt more embarrassed, and my heart beat unbelievably fast.
Excuse me.
I heard someone speaking broken Japanese from the store. It seems there's a customer.
It sounds like that.
Kagura-san seemed to be a little disappointed. While thinking his disappointment was adorable, I went out to the store.
Is Kagura here?
A man who had blonde hair and blue eyes was looking around the store.
I'm here. I'm Kagura.
Oh, Kagura. I am Harris. I wanted to see you.
Me too.
Harris hugged Kagura passionately. Everyone from the West made big actions.
Oh, Kagura, who is this beautiful lady? Ah, this is my wife.
My name is...
Oh, cute wife.
Cute?
It means adorable.
Huh? Thank you.
Haha, you definitely are really cute.
When he saw me surprised, the customer deepened his smile. Though it wasn't perfect, Harris-san seemed to be able to speak Japanese fluently.
Mr. Harris, let's not stand around. Please come inside.
The evidence of this is that he spoke to Kagura-san in Japanese.
Excuse me. What the heck? I don't understand why you said that.
Kagura-san took Harris-san to the guest room.
Could you please prepare a cup of tea and snacks for him?
Okay. I went to the kitchen to make a cup of tea, took some buns from a box, and placed them on a tray. Excuse me. I opened the door to the guest room and put the tea and snacks in front of Harris-san. I feel him looking at me, and when I lift my head, my eyes met with Harris-san's, who had a huge smile on his face.
Kagura, you are a happy man. You have such a cute wife.
He again said things that made me embarrassed, so my face turned red.
I'm proud that she's my wife.
Kagura-san!
My stomach is full from hearing such sweetness.
They both laughed at me as my face turned red with embarrassment. There was a friendly atmosphere in the room.
Mr. Harris, can I see the books that you bought with you?
Oh, yes.
My eyes were taken by your cute wife, so I almost forgot what I originally came here for.
Harris-san took a few thick books out of his bag.
Excuse me.
Kagura-san excused himself first and took a book.
These are great books.
He nodded in an impressed manner. Kagura-san asked Harris-san to bring some books that he could use in the private school.
Do you like them? Yes, I like them a lot. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Kagura-san bowed to him politely, and I did the same as well.
If you need some books, you can ask me anytime. It will be my excuse to see your cute wife. Haha, okay. Well, I should go now.
Harris-san stood up, and Kagura-san and I went with him to the entrance.
Oh yeah, I have a present for Kagura.
A present?
It means a souvenir.
That's right, here. Harris-san took a small piece of pottery out of his pocket.
What is this?
Is this incense?
Yes, today is Halloween. I will give you this instead of candy.
Halloween?
Yes, in my country today is Halloween. Halloween. I read about it in a book before.
Oh, Kagura, you know it.
Yes, it's a festival in which children go to neighboring houses to receive candy. Yes, you're right. Not only children, adults also give presents and enjoy wearing costumes.
It sounds like an interesting festival.
Yes, very. Kagura and Misao should come to my country next time. It'll be fun. I really want to if I had the chance. This is a suitable incense for a happy couple like you guys. Please enjoy burning this incense. Thank you so much.
After Kagura-san took the incense, Hera-san went back while whistling in a very good mood. Hera-san is a very fun person.
Yes, he seems to like you a lot. I feel a little jealous.
Kagura-san! He seemed a little ashamed and looked away from me. It made me feel warm. You are the only one I see, Kagura-san. His gentle glance reflected me in his eyes. I smiled, and Kagura-san smiled back at me.
Since he gave this to us, why don't we burn it right away?
Okay. And when it started to burn, a sweet smell hung in the room. It smells nice. It has a very rich smell, like lilies.
Yeah. But it's a bit too sweet for me.
Yes, it is. I felt a little intoxicated by this smell.
Me too.
I went into a daze, and my body started to burn. I was overcome with a euphoric feeling, like how you feel when you become drunk. Kagura-san seemed to be feeling the same way as me. He started to breathe a bit roughly and loosened his collar as if he were feeling too hot.
It's terribly hot.
Yes. I couldn't stand the heat, so I undid one button of my blouse. Kagura-san stared at me as I did this. Kagura-san? Right after, he grimaced with discomfort. Eeh! He grabbed my wrist. Kagura-san violently pushed me down to the floor, and he hung over me. Kagura-san! I was confused by what he did all of a sudden.
I want you.
He grabbed my chin and forcibly kissed me. Kagura-san, what happened to you all of a sudden? I asked him in between kisses. Kagura-san whispered in a painful voice.
I don't know, but I suddenly really want you. When I saw your skin, I couldn't help but want to sleep with you.
His lips stopped kissing my lips and then moved to my neck. He sucked it strongly. The wet feeling made my body jump, not only one time but continuously. Kagura-san! Everything he touched became like an erogenous zone. I felt it more and more than ever before.
You're more sensitive than usual today. It's sexy.
He ravaged my blouse, exposing my breasts, and then he buried his face in my chest. No! He softly bit my sensitive region, and my waist trembled. I was attacked by a tingling, numb ecstasy. Kagura-san, I feel strange.
How strange?
When you touch me, I feel so much... I was attacked by an indescribable stimulation, and I looked up at the sky. Kagura-san narrowed his eyes and looked at me as I gasped for breath and shook my body.
I feel strange too. I want to hug you gently, but I have an urge to do it violently. I can't stop my overwhelming desire to make you moan lewdly and defile you. Like this.
Kagura-san slipped his fingers into my skirt. No! His fingers reached the base of my legs and teased me persistently. I moaned lewdly, along with his movement.
What a dirty scene. My fingers make you go crazy.
Kagura-san, stop it! I stretched my hand to stop him, but he didn't have any intention to stop. And he kept teasing me intensely.
I told you before. I want to sleep with you violently.
Don't... It was quite different from the usual gentle way we slept with each other, but I was in so much ecstasy. My entire body wanted Kagura-san. He could touch me over and over again. It wouldn't be enough. Kagura-san seemed to feel the same way. He looked at me with heated eyes and fused his body to mine. Kagura-san put his body deep inside of my body and moved quickly.
I need more. I want you.
Kagura-san! Kagura-san was like a starving wild animal today. He wanted me so intensely, and I couldn't get satisfied no matter how many times he did it, so I kept giving my body to him. When we finally separated from each other's bodies, the sun had started to set.
Are you okay?
He pushed aside my hair that was stuck to my forehead with sweat. Yes, I'm okay.
Anyway, what just happened to us? I was always able to control myself during the day. I really wanted you today. I just couldn't hold it.
Me too. It was very impulsive. This is the first time, isn't it?
Yeah.
We both cocked our heads to one side in confusion.
Wait, didn't we become strange after we burned the incense?
Ah, you're right. Kagura-san took a book from the bookshelf. The book was about incense.
Oh my goodness.
Kagura-san was turning pages, but stopped and went speechless.
It seems to be an aphrodisiac.
What, does that sort of thing actually exist?
I think we just proved that it actually exists.
Yes, I guess you're right.
We successfully fell for Harris's trick.
It was a trick?
Yes, on Halloween, if we don't give sweets, a trick will be played on us.
I bought him some sweets, though. Was it not enough for him?
I don't know, but we've been had.
Kagura-san sighed very deeply.
Misao, even though this was Harris's trick, I'm sorry that I acted violently.
No, I also like it when you're more forceful than usual, Kagura-san.
Oh, I see.
Kagura-san looked away from me and blushed a little. Long autumn nights are with him and Gyakuten Yoshiwara. And that's it for Kagura, sadly. I want to hear more about him. He's my favorite one. But next time will be Iroha. And that will be 2 episodes because he has 4. Why does Kagero have so many also? Why does Kagero have more than Kagura? Alright. Well, anyway, sorry about that. And, why do my favorites always get the least play, Well, I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.